Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Nikki and this is Into Beauty. This is a channel all about beauty, so makeup, skincare and perfume of course. And today we're going to start off our makeup collection video. The reason I'm saying collection video and not declutter video is because I've bought a lot of new products the last few months. And declutter, I'm not ready for it. So this is going to be a series. I'm going to walk you through every single item in my makeup collection, and you can see what I think of them and also all of the products in depth. I'm going to talk about my base products, so primer, foundation, concealer, primers, etc. But also cheek products, bronzer, blush, highlighter, eye products, mascara, eyeliner, brow products, eyeshadows of course, but also my lips. So lipstick, liquid lipstick, lip liners, lip oils, all of the above. And I'm going to split those up into parts because they're way too long. I was planning on putting them in one video, but it's too much to handle. So I'm going to recycle this intro, so you will see this every single time, and in the coming weeks we're going to see in depth my collection. In a half a year, maybe in July, I'm going to do a declutter. That's the moment that I will go through them all in depth, going to swatch them, going to compare them, see what I can impart with and what I can't. But right now I haven't tried a lot of them. They're still new in the packaging, or I've just tried them once and I'm not ready to part with them. So that's the reason we're doing a collection video and not a declutter. And if you are curious what is in my makeup collections, please stay tuned. Alright, powders. I love a good powder. These are my pressed powders, and I do have a bin full of loose powders. I am combination skin, leaning oily, especially through my T-zone, and that means I always need to powder my face. It doesn't matter if the foundation is self-setting. If I don't powder my face, it will be gone on my nose around 2-3 hours, and I have done hard work for nothing. Translucent pressed powders over here, some foundation powders over here. This one is the Neutrogena Skin Clearing Mineral Powder. I got it from CVS, and this is a natural Ivory 20. I haven't used this one before, so can't tell you much about it. There's no puff in there. There is a mirror, but no puff. I think that's a bit strange. Just add a puff please. But the powder is really lovely, smooth, really velvety, nice color, especially for the winter time. So I'm really excited to try this one. I think it will be a really good powder for me. This one is the Covergirl Clean Fresh, and I got it in 120 Fair. I couldn't see the shades in the store, so I bought a lighter one just in case. There is a mirror in here. There is a puff. Thank you. I haven't used this one, just swatched it. And I do think it's a nice powder. Not as velvety or smooth as this one, but still a nice powder. I'm excited to try this one. I haven't tried it. We can't get any Covergirl over here. We can't get any Neutrogena as well. Only this skincare. So I'm excited to try this one. Then I got the Essence, the Mattifying Compact Powder in the shade 10 Light Beige. I bought this one for my full face of Essence because I didn't have any foundation powder from them. It's quite light, but still a good shade for the winter time. Feels soft. Again, not as soft as the Neutrogena one, a bit similar to the Covergirl. And it is mattifying. I'm curious if it will keep my oils at bay. I usually use these for extra coverage over a light BB cream or so, or I use them on their own over moisturizer, primer, etc. Then I picked up the Cover FX one at Marshall's in the shade Light. We can't get any Cover FX. I don't know if they still are a thing. I don't hear anybody talk about it. But when I saw it, I was like, sure, for a discounted price, I'm willing to try. It's really smooth, really velvety again, really light formula. I'm excited to try this one. Just the packaging is so... Then we got a classic, the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Powder in 115 and it's called Ivory. This is a classic. I've used up multiples and this is the powder I usually carry with me in my purse if I bring any. And it's really lightweight, velvety formula. Really keeps my oils at bay. And if I need some extra powder during the day, again, a mirror, a sponge, then I will use this one to touch up. I really like it for that. Then we got the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Mattifying Powder in the shade Light, 02 Light. And I do like this one. Didn't get it that long ago, but still I really like it. Don't mind those are lip liner swatches. And I really like the feeling of them. It's really mattifying, great coloring. So a really nice option. There's no mirror, no sponge, so not great powder for on the go, for in your bag or something like that. But at home I really like it. Then we got the Chanel. This is the Les Beige Healthy Glow Sheer Powder in B20. This is the same shade as my foundation, only this one does match, foundation doesn't. This one is really smooth, velvety powder, really leaves a nice finish. Keeps my makeup on for longer. You've got the Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch powder in the shade Cupcake. And they didn't have any pound cake yet when I bought this one. Otherwise I would have bought pound cake because that's my shade. Powder is really scratchy if you ask me. But the powder itself feels velvety. So just like the loose powder. This one does come with a sponge and a mirror inside. So I like that fact about it. And it's just like the K-Beauty sponges that are in the cushion foundations. I do like this powder, especially for in my handbag or something. When I'm at home setting my makeup, I rather use the loose one. Then we got the mini of the Charlotte Tilbury one in 2 medium. I bought a mini just to travel and bring with me in my bag. At the same time, I didn't know if my shade was correct, that's why I bought a mini. They do say they run lighter than they should, that's why I bought medium and not light. I think I made a wise decision. I do like the finish of it. It's really velvety, really smooth. I haven't used this one on my face yet because I just bought it and I'm quite curious how this one will work on my face. I'm going to let you know what I think of it, and again with reflective packaging. Then we got a big one. This is my favorite foundation powder and this is the Shiseido one in the Synchro Self-Refreshing Custom Finish Powder Foundation. It's a quite a long name, but it's the same as the foundation that I got. And this one is a 130 Opal. Like I said in that video, the shades are not the same, so the powders run deeper than the foundations. So I've got a 22-0 linen in the foundation and I've got 130 in the powder in Opal. This one is quite a loose powder. You can use the puff or you can use just a sponge and it's really easy to apply. Really velvety, really smooth. And it's just the perfect foundation powder. Stays on all day. Really, really good. Then we got 2 lightening, brightening, illuminating powders. This one is the Hourglass powder in iridescent light, dim light and radiant light. So dim light, iridescent light and radiant light. And I usually use this one underneath my eyes to brighten it up. I mix those two for my face, then this one as a glowy bronzer. I really like this one. It's a must-have for me. And then we got the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in Reserve Your Cabana. As many of you know, it is discontinued and I'm so sad about it. This is my perfect illuminating powder. So I used like 25 of them. I really, really love them. When I knew they were going to be discontinued, I bought like 10 backups. This is my last one. And I'm so sad. It's really so smooth. Stays on all day. It's really inexpensive. My under eyes look so healthy when I use this one. Everybody comments on it and yeah, well, you can't get it anymore. I'm really hoping that the new e.l.f. Halo Glow powder pressed version comes close to this one because I really like the ease of this powder, and the Halo Glow setting powder loose isn't the same. All-time favorite. Then we got some translucent powders, and this one from Catrice, the Soft Glam Filt'r powder. It's supposed to be a glowy powder because of all the coloring in there. Yeah, it's too light. It's too stark. Doesn't really feel velvety or anything. It's really brightening, absolutely. So if you would like a brightening under eye powder, it's really fine, but I'm not a fan. It's not a favorite. What is a favorite is the All About Matte from Essence. This is a compact powder that I repurchased many times and is a must-have for me. It's just a real light dusting of translucent powder that doesn't have any blush back. And whenever I need to set my under eyes or just my face, I lightly dust this over and it's set. And it will be set for the whole day. It's really inexpensive, and at the same time I go through it like no other, and it's really good. If you need an inexpensive setting powder, translucent, pressed, buy this one. Then we got the Lily Bite Red translucent setting powder in the Sebin Lock Pact. It's a real cute mini one with a mirror, with a mini puff. Attractive film, yes, give me those. So my puff won't be dirty all the time. And a really smooth velvety powder. So it's really finely milled. You just can apply it all over your face and it's really smooth. So I'm in the market for really smooth blurring powder. Try this one out. It's really good. The Milani Make It Last setting powder in the translucent. Again, they say it's 110 matte, but it's a translucent shade. It's a really nice setting powder. If you want something that makes your makeup last all day, this is one of them. It isn't as finely milled as the Lily Bite Red or the Essence one, but at the same time it really sets down your makeup and make it lock in all day. If that is your concern with makeup going everywhere and not staying on your skin, try this one. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Translucent Powder. I got it at CVS, I believe. There is a brush in there. There is a mirror in there. I don't use a brush actually, but it's nice to have. And this is a really nice light powder. But as you can see, it is quite stark. Is it any better than the other ones? No, I don't think so. But I haven't used it enough to really make up my mind. We can't get this one. So I bought it in the States and I was curious to try. So I'm going to test it out some more, but as of now, I'm not really a fan. Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil, and this one comes with a mirror, it comes with a sponge, it comes with a really soft powder, really velvety, really blurring, just like the Essence one. Really nice, finely milled. I've got a backup. I really love this powder and I used them up many times. So a really good translucent powder if you ask me. And the last one up is the Neutrogena Shine Control Powder with Rice Protein Complex. Again, bought it from CVS. This is supposed to be more like an oil blotting powder. Doesn't really come with a lot of pigment. So I'm quite curious to try this one. But it's supposed to be good for in your handbag to refresh your makeup whenever you get oily. So I will be trying this one out and I will let you know. Okay, let's go to loose powders. Alright, my loose setting powders. I really like a loose setting powder for setting all of my face, for when I really need to buff something in. Otherwise, I really like the ease of a pressed powder. I'm not going to swatch these, otherwise every single space of my filming area will be covered in powder. The Essence Fix and Last 14-hour loose powder. This one is matte, blurring, waterproof. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it yet. I bought it for the full face of Essence. I was just really curious if this would be something similar than their pressed powder. I will let you know if it's similar. Then we got the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. One of my favorite powders. I've gone through multiple. This one is half gone already. Got the shade Light. And this is a beautiful glowy powder that I really like setting underneath my eyes, all over my face in the summertime with a glowy bronzer if I really want to look sun-kissed. And this is a really finely milled powder. Then I bought the Chic Glam powders. I was influenced on the internet, I couldn't resist and I shouldn't have. I've bought the translucent one and I bought the pinky one. I don't really like pinky powders, but yeah, I got it. The thing that I do like about these powders is that there is a pressed one on top of it. I really like that fact. When I'm traveling, I could see myself taking these just for the ease. I've used them a few times. They are blurring, they are nicely milled. They don't keep my makeup on really long. I like them, don't love them. Then we got the Ivory powder. I got this one in advent calendar last year. I like it. I've gone through about 3/4 of it. I just got a little bit left. I like it. I wouldn't repurchase it. I just went through it. That's all. I just used it up. It's an okay powder. It's really finely milled, but it means also that it will fly all over my makeup desk, and at the same time it won't keep my oils at bay. I like it. It's okay. This year's advent calendar I got the Ciati London powder in Extraordinary Setting Powder Translucent. I haven't tried this one, still sealed. I am willing to try it to see if it's any good. It's not a must-have for me to try, so that's why it's still sealed. I will be opening this soon and try it out, probably when this one is out. Then I bought 2 minis of the Laura Mercier. I've went through many of them and I saw them at the checkout counter when I was in Ulta, and I was like, yeah, sure, let me pick those up for travel. Those are nice. I got the original in translucent, the translucent loose setting powder, really nicely finely milled powder. Actually really love this. And this one is the new one, the loose setting powder in Ultra Blur. And I bought them both because I could compare the two and see which one I liked better. I haven't used this one, so I can't compare them yet, but I definitely will. And I will let you know which one I like more. Then we got a few from Bare Minerals. I bought these when we're in the States. I used to have these, I really liked them. I've got the original, the powder foundation in Fairly Light 03, and I like this powder foundation a lot. It's really good for the summertime when I just want a powder. It will mix with my oils and make it more glowy and natural, and I like it for that fact. So a really good one for the summertime. And I bought this one in a pack at Marshall's, with the original veil in there and the mini primer. I haven't tried this one yet, the original translucent one. Wanted to try this one out, and the primer as well. And this one is in the shade Golden Beige. So that's definitely not my shade, but I was thinking maybe I could use this one in the summertime, or perhaps as a bronzer or anything. Otherwise I will just give it away. Really like the original. I am excited to try the mineral veil. This one is the DIOR Forever Cushion Powder. I really like this one. I was pleasantly surprised when I did my full face of DIOR. There is a puff in there which I really like, and quite a nice netting. If you would like to see this one in action, please go watch my full face of DIOR. I was pleasantly surprised because I just opened it back then, so I haven't tried it since because it was like a few days ago. Excited for this one. And we got the Fenty Beauty Powder, and this one is in Butter 02. This is the Pro Filt'r powder. I like this one. It's a nice blurring, smoothing powder. Not as much as my favorite, but still actually like this one. It's finely milled, it's a good color. I like this one the most for less coverage foundations, just like BB creams, because there's a little bit of a coloring and it will help to stay it on longer. Another one that I do love is the Estee Lauder one in the translucent matte. It's the Double Wear Sheer Flattery Loose Powder. It's a really good one, and before Huda was a thing, this one was the powder that I used almost every day. It's a really nice smoothing powder, really finely milled, that keeps on your makeup really long. It's nice and matte, so if you like a matte finish, try it out. It's really good. Something I splurged on and it's okay is the Chanel Poudre Universelle Libre. So the natural finish loose powder, and I got the shade 30. Shade 20 would have been better for all year, but that one was sold out for like months. So I got the shade 30, and this is a real nice powder. It's not as finely milled. It goes everywhere, as you can see. So I hate the packaging. You can't close it, so, and it's a bit more dry than my regular powders. They say natural finish, I would say really dry, chalky, matte. I'm sorry. I was hoping for a nice glowy powder just like this, but unfortunately it isn't. If you have any recommendations on a nice glowy powder, and no, not the glow powder from Laura Mercier, that's just a highlighter, please let me know, because I do like those finishes, especially over full coverage matte foundations. That's why I like the Hourglass so much. This one I bought in the States. This one was the translucent powder from One Size, the ultimate setting powder. I love this one. It's a real good powder for setting my makeup. Lasts all day. Absolutely a favorite. Next to the Huda. I will be having this one forever in my stash next to the Estee Lauder one. A real good powder, if you ask me. Keeps on my makeup all day. Really nicely milled. And when I did an order on One Size, I also bought the translucent again. I got a backup, and with that order I got 2 minis as well. I got a translucent one and an ultra pink. Like I said, I don't really like pink powders, but it was free, so I don't mind it when I don't have to pay for it. And they're really, really cute. Need a pink powder, I don't need that kind of brightening. But I really like this powder and I'm happy to have a mini for a travel. I don't like the travel size from Huda. I don't like the puff. That's why I'm happy about this one. And then I got 2 of the Huda beauty powders. They're both in Pound Cake. This is the Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. I don't bake, just for setting for me. And I really like this powder. This is my all-time favorite powder for setting my face and keeping it on all day. If I have a foundation that doesn't work that well for more than 4 hours, I will put this one on and I extend the life of my foundation at least by doubles. And I really love that about this powder. It's really smoothing, it's really blurring, it's really finely milled. It's just the best powder out there. And I know a lot of you tend to agree with me. There are still a lot of powders that I would love to try, but please give me your recommendations, especially for more high-end glowy powder. Really would love to add that to my collection. Okay, that's going to be it. Don't forget to leave down in the comments below which product you would like to see a review of or you would like to get some more information about. Please let me know, I will make a video out of it. And also, please give your recommendations of the products I should buy down below so I can check them out and I can add them to my collection, to my monthly hauls. I'm really curious what your opinion is. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell and give it a like so I know you love these videos and I can keep on doing them. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye!